Now we're talking about the thigh and drive tackle. This is a shoulder tackle through the thighs of the ball carrier. We talk about eyes to the thighs, wrap and drive for 5. And we're going to take you through a progression where we're starting off from our knees and then progressing to a moving target on the bag. These drills will help you in season and in the off season. We're going to introduce this drill for the kneeling drive principle here. So in this drill, we'll have our athletes from a near foot kneeling position, striking through the near thigh, wrap and drive for 5. We have a USA football sticker. This is the target that we like. Coaches, you got athletic tape that offsets the color of your bag. Put that down there so they could have a target. So where you like to be situated, coaches, is in front of the bag, because as they strike the bag, it'll go backwards or even sometimes to the side. So you want to get out of the way, but at the same time, you want to be able to have good vision on where your athlete is going to strike. We're slightly offset, still a tight angle, but nonetheless, it's still an angle tackle at the thigh. So the main coaching points is eyes to the thighs. That makes sure that the eyes are looking up. Wrap and drive for 5. Okay, coaches, this is our advanced version of kneel and drive, where now players are able to tackle each other. We still could do this with shorts and t-shirts. And as we learn this, we learn to lasso up the legs with a good squeeze. And when the ball carrier is learning to fall, we want to make sure we get cheek to cheek. That gets our head at cheek level, wrapping up and bringing the man down. My leverage is already declared. It's a right shoulder hit. We're going to go eyes to the thighs, wrap, squeeze, and drive for 5, and we're going to learn to fall with each other. Coaches, now you can see this is our thigh and drive. We could still do this with our full padded practices with minimal contact. So here we go. Let's get some reps in here. Set, hit. Good. Set, hit. Nice. This is the next progression of our thigh and drive tackling series. Now, instead of doing it from kneel, same exact principle, we're taking it up to a 2-point stance and do it from a standing thigh and drive. So same emphasis, eyes to the thighs, wrap and drive for 5. Okay, here we go. Set, hit. Okay, we want to make sure on our hit, we're bending our knees, getting nice and low, striking through the thighs. Here we go. Set, hit. Okay. Now we're progressing to a standing drive tackling drill. Now we're going player to player. Once again, close proximities, limited contact. We could do this with shorts and t-shirts. Set, hit. Nice job. Nice shot. Good wrap. We want to squeeze the thighs, and the ball carrier is getting used to falling down on the tackle. Set, hit. Good. Set, hit. Nice job. Now we're doing our standing drive, progressing to our feet with shoulder pads and helmets. Set, hit. Same principles that we've been talking about. Now we're just doing it from a 2-point stance. Still with minimal contact. We're just like we did the kneel and drive. Now we're doing it from a standing position. All right, here we go. Set, hit. Wrap. Good. Set, hit. Set, hit. Now we're progressing with our thigh and drive series. Now we're taking a 2-step thigh and drive tackle here. Near foot swoop, and then we're striking with our near shoulder. Eyes to the thighs, wrap and drive for 5 is what we're looking for. Set, hit, bam. Okay, this is our final progression of our thigh and drive tackling series, the running drive tackling drill. So in essence, this is where coaches, you get to be creative in mimicking the type of tackling situations that the tacklers may see. It could be an ISO, we call this a tight angle. You can mimic the sweep, toss sweep, where it's a wider angle. In essence, right now, our tacklers are going to still be working our leverage. We're working inside out tackling. Same principles that we talked about, tracking the near hip, getting to your near foot swoop when we need to, and then working eyes to the thighs, wrap and drive for 5 when necessary. Here we go. We're starting off with a tight angle, mimicking the ISO or downhill lead play. Set, hit. Nice. This should be a right shoulder hit right here. Set, hit. bag holders, it's important that you're away from their leverage. So if he's gonna come here, man holding the bag must be away from that side. Now we're working our toss sweeps, more of a perimeter play, where we're still working inside out and we're tracking the near hip, getting to a near foot swoop, hitting with our near shoulder, eyes to the thighs, wrap and drive for 5. Set, hit. Good. Set, hit. Now we're talking about the thigh and roll tackle. This is just like the thigh and drive tackle, although we're finishing off with a roll. This is a shoulder tackle at the thighs of the ball carrier, where we go eyes to the thighs, wrap, and we'll roll to our leverage side. Coaches will give you some more tools which will progress from the knees, culminating with a moving target on a bag. Once again, these drills you could do during season and in the off season. This is exactly the same as a thigh and drive tackle, but instead of on the finish of the drive, now we're rolling. Eyes to the thighs, wrap and roll to our leverage side. The roll always happens towards the leverage side. To introduce this, we'll start off with a kneeling roll tackle here. And we'll have a bag, and once again, we want to go eyes to the thighs, wrap, and roll to our leverage, okay? Here we go. So coaches, you're standing in the front. We're getting near foot up. On set hit, we're gonna wrap the bag and roll to our leverage side. Set hit, boom, good. Now we're progressing from doing it on a bag, now we get to do it player to player. Once again, these drills are outstanding. You can work these drills without any helmets or shoulder pads, minimal contact, teaching our players how to get into guys and wrapping up and teaching our ball carriers to land properly. Set hit, wrap, and roll, good. This is the position we want to be. Legs are wrapped up, guys are down. Great job, guys. Coaches, we could do our kneeling roll with padded sessions as well. Still, the contact is minimal. Wrap and roll. Set, hit. Nice. Wrap and roll. That's it. That's it. That's a thigh roll tackle. Nice job. Now our athletes, just like we did with our kneeling roll, we're getting to a 2-point stance and a standing roll. Same principles apply. Eyes to the thighs, wrap, and roll to your leverage side. All right, here we go. Set, hit, wrap, and roll. Good. All right, here we go. Next up. Good job. Same principle. Eyes through the thighs. Set, hit. Nice. Nice job. Set, hit, wrap, and roll. Good. There's power in the roll. Coaches, with the momentum that the players had, use that momentum to get the ball carrier down. It's important now as we progress to our player-to-player drills that we learn to roll with each other, work with each other, service each other, so we're still working our thigh and roll tackle from a standing position, shorts and t-shirts. These are the type of drills that you can work on in the off season, during the season, minimal contact to help. This is about the technique. This is about teaching tackling based on leverage. Get good bend, set, hit, wrap, and roll. Outstanding. Coaches, we're able to do our standing roll with full pads on with minimal contact. Set, hit, wrap, and roll. Good job. Set, hit. Good job. Coaches, now we're progressing through our thigh and roll series. We're going with 2-step thigh and roll tackle here. Now we're progressing. It's all about the progression. We're starting close, and now we're adding some space now. Coaches, we want to see the near foot swoop, incorporate it with a roll. We're progressing here. Set, hit, near foot, bam. Now we're working our running roll tackle drill. This is where the coaches, you get to use different angles a tight angle or a wide angle. And same thing, the players go iso thighs, wrap and roll based on leverage. We're still gonna get our proper near foot swoop work in, but now we gotta adjust to the new angles. This is where we get to train, coaches. This is a left shoulder hit. They already know what leverage that they're coming from. This is part about having a clear tackling plan. Set hit, left shoulder. Yes, there you go, nice job. Now we're gonna go a little wide angle. Set hit, track, 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 track. Nice job, outstanding job.